This is my 5th year sitting in this seat, but I've been here for 27 years, so I think I can gauge where it was and where it is, and most importantly, that it remains and stays as a very traditional department where winning and success and student athlete play after high school have now come to the forefront. I think that we have more student athletes today playing collegiately than we did 5 years ago. I think that part of what we're trying to change in the philosophy of the department is to prepare these student athletes for the next level, and not just their participation here at the high school, although that is very, very important, I think, in the whole philosophy of the department, and that is to maintain the rich tradition of success. It's not even just a feeling that we have to hold up that standard, it's a fact. We do have to hold up that standard. This is a part of my being. I live here. My son played for Westfield High School. It's my whole career working in this school district. So personally, it's not even a thought of having to live up to it. It's something that is innate, and so in a sense, it has to get transformed or worked collaboratively with the coaches. Many of our coaches have been coaching for many years, and they understand the expectation. The new coaches that we've hired in the last 5 years, they get a healthy dose of, this is our tradition, this is our standard, and these are our expectations. I think that the misconception is it's a football locker room, and they don't realize that, sure, in the fall season, football uses it, boys cross country uses it. So right there, you're looking at 200 male student athletes that use those two rooms. In the winter, it's boys winter track, and so both locker rooms are utilized. There's another over 100 student athletes use it. And in the spring, it's used by boys spring track and field and boys lacrosse. And so you have 3 levels of each of those sports crammed into both of those lockers. So when you put the numbers together, it affects 5 different programs, and it affects hundreds of our student athletes. So I quickly want to change that it's the football locker room, because it's not. It's the locker room at Gary Kaler Stadium, and it houses many different athletes. So there is no magic list about what's next. I think that we sit down, myself and the boosters sit down, and we look at what project needs to be tackled next. I think that there is, everybody has projects that they'd like to see, and the most important thing is that the boosters and myself look at what projects will benefit the most number of student athletes in the entire program. I would love to see more middle school sports programs at the school district level. I think that there are challenges with that. I never want to see something spread too thin. I never want to see the quality of any program go down. So as long as the budget is there, as long as the interest is there, we'll continue to add those programs. But like with volleyball, we added 9th grade before we added middle school, because you want to build the strength, not just spread it so thin just to make sure that there's participation. You want the strength of the program because you want to compete at the highest level. So this next month, I'm looking forward to watching both of our soccer teams are just getting started in the Union County tournament. Football is always near and dear to my heart because as the trainer I was right next to that locker room for over 20 years. But probably what I'm really looking forward to is our girls gymnastics team looks extremely strong this year. Last year they won the sectional title and they placed third overall in the state. And this year I'm looking for them to perhaps even win the states. And our boys and girls cross country team are just setting it on fire right now. And one of our athletes on the boys cross country team, Matt Russo, is just if you can't get excited about some of the accomplishments that he's already had this young season, you got to watch that. That's really exciting.